So through this video we're gonna learn all the concepts of lines and angles, so which will be very essential for doing all the problems. So this video will be useful for class 7, 8, 9, 10 students. So let us begin the class. So first of all we're gonna learn the basics. Okay, so if sum of two angles is 90°, then it is said to be complementary angle, which means if we have an angle here which is 30 and we have an angle here 60, okay, and if we add both of this angle and if we are getting 90°, it is said to be complementary angle. Okay, if it is not 90°, for example, if it was like 20°, so 30 plus 20 is just 50, right? So this is not complementary angle. So these two combinations are the complementary angle. Next, if sum of two angles is 180°, it is said to be supplementary angle. For example, here we have an angle which is 130°, and we have another angle which is 50°. Okay, and if we add these two angles, we will be getting like what? We will be getting 180°. If you are getting 180°, it is not a supplementary angle. If it is not 180°, we cannot say they are supplementary angle. The angle of a straight line is 180°, which means if you draw a straight line, no matter which point you select, the angle around that point, okay, from here to here, it will be 180°. If you are taking like this pattern also, it will be like what? 180°. If line is like this, if you take a point here, this is 180. If you take a point here, this will be 180. Okay, then angle around a point is 360°. If this is a point, the angle around it will be like what? Always 360°. Clear? Angle around it will be always 360°. So whenever we are doing problem, we have to use many symbols. So this is a symbol of our angle, okay, and a small tiny zero like shape is the symbol for the unit of angle. So basically we write angle ABC equal to 180°. So this is the symbol for the unit. Okay, this is known as a degree. Also, you have to learn the 6 theorems which is provided in your textbook of class 9. So those theorems are very important. We are not including them in this session. We will be discussing them in another video. Next is the concept of overlapping angle. Okay, so for example, we have two angles here. One is angle A, one is angle B. Okay, so we have another angle C which is overlapping both of the angles. This is the concept of overlapping angle. Why we are learning overlapping angle is it is very important to differentiate overlapping angle and non-overlapping angle. For instance, here we can say what? Here we have three angles: angle A, angle B, angle C, right? So we can say all these kind of angles are adjacent angle. Adjacent angle means nearby angle. We can say angle A and angle B are adjacent angle. Why? Because they are from a common point and there is a separation in between them. Clear? And they are not overlapping. So angle A and angle B are called the adjacent angle. Similarly, we can say angle B and angle C are adjacent angle. Why? Because they are from a common point and there is a line in between them and they are not in overlapping. So this is the concept of adjacent angle, which means nearest angle, but they should not be overlapped. Okay. Next is the concept of perpendicular line. Perpendicular line means what? If one line is intersected by another line, and if the angle between these two lines is 90°, we call these two lines as perpendicular. Okay, so the angle between this line and this line is 90°. We call them like what? Perpendicular. If it is 90° here, here also will be automatically 90 degree. Now let us learn about linear pair. We have already studied straight line have an angle of 180 degree, right? So basically linear pair means what? If a straight line is intersected by another line, this angle plus this angle will be 180 degree. If we have multiple angles also, same condition. This is a straight line. Two lines are intersected here. So this angle plus this angle plus this angle will be getting 180 degree. Next is the concept of parallel lines and transversal. Parallel line means they will be non-intersecting lines. Okay, they are infinite. They are having infinite length, or there will be non-intersecting lines. And transversal means what? It is a line which is intersecting the parallel lines. This concept is very important, the concept of parallel lines and transversal is a line which is intersecting the parallel line. Okay, so based on this we have to learn three important concepts. The first one is vertically opposite angle. Okay, so consider the parallel line intersected by transversal here. So we can say, considering this two lines, this angle will be equal to this angle, this angle will be equal to this angle. Similarly, considering this portion, this angle will be equal to this angle, this angle will be equal to this angle. So this is the concept of vertically opposite angle. Okay, next is alternate interior angle. For study purpose, whenever you can figure out figures like this, and whenever you can figure out lines like in this pattern, probably they are alternate interior angle. And what is their property? Alternate interior angles are equal. So considering this figure, we can say, if you consider like this angle will be equal to this angle. Okay, if you consider like this angle will be equal to this angle. Clear? This is the concept of alternate interior angle. Next we're gonna deal one more statement. Interior angle on same side of transversal are supplementary, which means the interior angle on same side of transversal are 180 if you add the interior angle on same side of transversal. So considering this is the transversal and these two are the interior angle on same side of transversal. So if you add these two angles, you will be getting 180. Similarly, on other side also, if you add these two angles, you will be getting 180 degree. Okay. So if you learn these things, you can do almost all the problems. This is a basic concept which you need to do almost all the problems, and few more additional things you have to learn. First is angle sum property of a triangle, which means if you add these three angles, okay, if you add these three angles, the sum will be what? 180 degree. Similarly, exterior angle theorem. So this is the exterior angle of this triangle. Okay, and what is exterior angle theorem telling? Exterior angle is equal to sum of remote interior angle. Remote interior angle means what? The far away two angles. Okay, for example, we can say if this is 150, this can be like what? This can be like 130, and this can be like 20. Yeah, this is the concept. Exterior angle will be equal to sum of remote interior angle. Never select this angle. Never select this angle. Okay. So exterior angle theorem means like this: exterior angle is equal to sum of remote interior angle. Next is the concept of isosceles triangle. So for considering isosceles triangle, two sides will be equal. If two sides are equal, the sides opposite to the equal angles are equal. Or in another case, we can say, in a triangle, if two angles are equal, the sides opposite to the equal angles will be equal. Clear? Next is the concept of angular bisector. Angular bisector is a line which is cutting an angle into two equal parts. Okay, for example, if it was like this whole angle was 120. Okay, if the whole angle was 120, if this is the angular bisector, then what will happen? This angle will be 60, this angle will be 60. This is the concept of angular bisector. It is very important. Next is the concept of angle and reflex angle. Okay, if you have an angle, okay, if you have an angle, for example, if this angle was 60, if you want to find the reflex angle, you have to do what? You have to do 360 minus 60, which is 300. This is the concept of angle and a reflex angle. Okay, next is the parallel lines. Okay, considering multiple parallel lines, we can say, if you are saying AB is parallel to CD, this line is parallel to this line, then we are telling CD is parallel to EF. Okay, then we can automatically say AB will be parallel to EF. Okay, so using all these things, you can do all the problem by yourself. If you have any doubts, contact us. See you in another video. Bye.